Okay guys, so I know that a lot of you have been asking for some intermediate/advanced card tricks, and today I actually have a really cool impromptu intermediate/advanced card trick, depending on your skill level. But for those intermediate/advanced people, this card trick is really fun, and it's really great to perform to spectators. This is the trick, and without further ado, let's get right into the performance for the trick. So we have the deck over here, and we can shuffle it up. It really does not matter at all, and you can see that all of the cards are completely different, right? So we're gonna go ahead and get out two helpers. Let's just get out the two red jacks over here, and we're gonna set them out to the side just like so. And now, if I had a spectator here, I would spread through the cards, and they could touch any card in the entire deck. So let's say they touch this card. It honestly doesn't really matter what the card is, but let's say they touched the 6 of spades. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the 6 and we're gonna place it right there in between the two red jacks. So now we're going to need two more helper cards, and let's just use the two black jacks, okay? So the black jacks over here, we have the jack of spades and the jack of clubs. We're gonna go ahead and we'll leave the deck here on the table. And basically, the goal for the two jacks is there's the card in between the two red jacks. The goal for the black jacks is to try and get the card, this card, in between the two blackjacks. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to place the blackjacks inside of the box, face up, just like so, with nothing in between them, if I can fit them in there. And then we're going to close up the box, just like this, and set it off to the side. And I'm not going to touch it for the rest of the trick. Now watch this. We have the red jacks sandwiching your card, the 6 of spades. So now watch this. I'm going to move the box over here, and check this out. One card disappears completely from the red jacks, and you can totally examine those cards. And if I had a spectator, I could hand them the box, and they could open up the box and find that in between the two blackjacks is one card, the 6 of spades. So that is the trick, guys, and now for the tutorial. Alright guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick you just saw. So all you're going to need for this trick is a normal deck of cards, and you're also going to need the box. And that's pretty much all you're going to need, so because it's a totally impromptu trick. So basically, the trick starts out with you taking the cards out of the box, and then you're going to set the box down, and you can just sort of leave the flap open, and you can set the box down face up. So not face down, but face up, just like this. So now, the spectator can shuffle up the cards if they want to, or you can shuffle up the cards, and basically just show that all of the cards are totally different. And now you're going to get out two helper cards, and just to be consistent, let's just get out the two red jacks, just like I did in the performance. But in your performance, you guys can take out any two cards that you want. You can take out like two red queens, aces, kings. It honestly does not matter at all. I'm just going to use two red jacks. So now once you've taken those out, what you're going to do is you're going to be having them touch any card, and then you're going to perform a double lift and placing a different card in between the two red jacks. So how this looks like is you're going to spread through the cards just like this, and you're going to have the spectator touch any card. So let's say they touched this card, and they can't take it out, they're just going to touch it. You're going to out jog the card just like this, square up the deck, and then you're going to rotate the card out, and you're going to pivot it along your index finger right here, just like so. It's going to pivot along your index finger, and then you're going to kind of gesture to the spectator. You're going to move this hand back and this hand forward. So you're going to go like, so you could have chosen any card, and in this motion, your hand over here is actually going to push off the top card and lift up and catch a pinky break, just like so. And you're going to do that as you do this motion right over there. And there, I just have my pinky break, just like so. So now let's just do that entire thing again. So they can go ahead, touch any card. You're going to pivot it out just like so. You're going to say, okay, you could have touched any card, and you're going to do a push-off pinky break. Obviously, that was exaggerated. It would look something like this in real time. Now I have my pinky break. I'm going to set this card on top of the deck, still maintaining my break, and then I'm going to do a double lift. So I'm basically going to flip over two cards at once, and basically, I'm going to do a double lift just like so, showing the ace of spades, and now I'm going to flip over the double, and I'm going to set the top card in between the jacks. And now this card is actually an indifferent card, in this case the jack of clubs, and their card is actually right here on the top, and that is exactly what you want. So now, since I just put the jack of clubs in between, I guess we can't use the two black jacks, so we can just use the two red queens for the other pair. What you're going to do is after you have like controlled their card to the top, you go ahead, spread through the deck, and get out another pair of cards. So in this case, I'll just get out the 2 red queens because I can't use the black jacks anymore. But once you get out the 2 red queens, you're basically going to do this gesture where you flip over both of your hands, and you're basically going to be doing the exact same thing again, where you push off the top card and catch a pinky break in this motion right here. And there I've just caught a pinky break under the top card, which is actually their selection, the ace of spades. So once again, you're going to do the gesture just like this, and you're going to push off the card, lift up and catch a pinky break, and then you're going to be showing off the 2 red queens. So you're going to maintain this break, and you're going to say, okay, we have the queen of hearts and the queen of diamonds. And now what you're going to do is you're going to come over with your right hand and catch a thumb break, just like so. And then you're going to use your index finger over here, and it's going to come over on the bottom short edge of the cards. And you're actually going to swivel it just like so, and it's going to pivot off of your index finger once again on the top. And you're basically going to just put it in your other hand, and your right hand is going to be spreading out the deck on the table. And also, yeah, one more thing you're going to need for this trick is a table. You can't really do this like in your hands on the street. You're going to need to use a table for this trick because you need to spread out the cards on a table. So once you've done that, basically, you've actually just stolen off the ace of spades with the queens. So I'm going to go over that one last time just in case you didn't get it. So we have the 2 red queens. You're going to do the gesture just like this. And now you have a pinky break. So you're going to say, all right, we have the queen of diamonds, queen of hearts, get a thumb break right here underneath the 3 cards just like so, and then you're going to use your index finger here to pivot off the 3 cards into your other hand like so, and just be sure not to flash that card, and then take this hand and spread out the cards on the table, and keep like a straight spread. You don't want to make it like a crazy spread, just keep it like a straight line spread just like this. So now you have 3 cards in your hand, which is the 2 red queens and their selection. So now what you're going to do is you're going to hold the cards in biddle grip with your middle ring pinky finger on top, index finger kind of just like lifted off in the center, and your thumb on the bottom short edge as well. So now you're going to come over with your right thumb, and you're going to peel off the queen of hearts, and you're going to use this hand and this packet to basically flip over the card and then set this on top. And then you're going to do the exact same thing again, so transfer back to biddle grip, peel off the top card with your thumb, and then use the packet to flip it over, and then set it on top. And basically, all you've just done is flipped over these 2 cards on the bottom. So one more time, you're basically just going to flip over the card, set the double on top, flip over a single card, set the double back on top. So now their selection is on top, and now what you're going to do is you're going to be explaining the role of the queens, trying to steal the card from the jacks. So you're going to peel out just the bottom card from the bottom, flip it over on top, and what I like to do, a little subtlety, is I like to flip it over and leave it sort of in-jogged like this, and then I can grab the entire packet with my hands and squeeze pretty tight, because this is a double in here in the back, and you don't want to flash that. So I squeeze pretty tight to keep that squared up. I'm just going to flip over my hand really quickly just to flash that other queen, and now I'm going to square up the cards and take the next bottom card, and just set it on top right over here, and I'm going to use this queen to gesture over here to this card, say, we're going to take this card and try and get it in between the 2 red queens. And as you can see, there's nothing in between them. And I kind of do this thing where I flip over the card with my entire hand, and then I just kind of spread it over and let it fall right on top of the other queen, just like that. All right, and now I basically have flipped over the selection on the bottom of the queens. That's basically what you have been doing the entire time. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pick up the box, and you're going to hold it just like this, and you're going to take the first queen, and you're going to slip it face up inside of the box, and this is a single card, so you're going to slip it right there, face up, and now you're going to hold a double with your thumb and 4 fingers, and you're just kind of be squeezing, because you don't want to spread out the double. You want to keep it as squared up as possible. So once you're holding it like this and squeezing it, you can actually just fit it right inside of the box without spreading it out. And then you can go ahead, close up the box, and set it off to the side, just like that. And now, it looks like the 2 red queens are in there with nothing in between them, but you're actually already 1 step ahead, and their selection is already between them inside of the box. So now you're going to come over here and pick up the 2 red jacks with an indifferent card in between them, and you're basically just going to square them up and hold them in biddle grip, just like we did before. Thumb on the bottom, index finger on the center, middle ring, pinky on the top short edge. So now you're going to come over with your thumb, and you're going to peel off the top card, then you're going to peel off the next card, and then you're going to peel off the next card. So basically, you're just going to be reverse counting the cards into your other hand. And you can do this once, you can do this twice, you can do it 3 times. It honestly doesn't matter how many times you do it, but you shouldn't do it too many times, because then it will look a little bit suspicious. So maybe once or twice, you're just going to be regular, just reverse counting the cards. And now you're going to do a secret move, which looks like this. You're basically going to be taking the top card, and you're actually going to be reloading it on the bottom, just like this. And you're going to leave it there as you take the next card, and then you're going to set these 2 cards on top, just like this. And now you've moved their selection. It's actually in a different card, but you've moved it to the bottom now. So basically how to do that is I peel off the top card. I'm going to just sort of square it up on the bottom of the pack, just like this. I'm just going to square it up on the bottom as I take the next card, and then I'm going to take this double and just set it on top. So now I've moved that card to the bottom. Now I'm going to square it up, and I'm going to hold it in just mechanics grip like this, and I'm going to bend down with my thumb on the top corner so I can get a pinky break right above the indifferent card. And then I'm going to transfer it to a thumb break, just like so. And now what you're going to do is, this is the reason why you have this spread. It's sort of misdirection for a second. What you can do is you can ask the spectator to hold onto the box, and as you're giving the box to them, all their attention is going to be here, and they're going to have no idea what you're doing over here. You probably did catch it in the performance because the camera is staring down at my hands, so it's not that easy to misdirect. But in real life, they will not catch this at all. Trust me, I swear. You're going to hand the box to the spectator. All their attention is going to be here. You're going to move your hand to the top of the spread, and you're basically going to be letting go of the thumb break, and you're going to drop the card right on top of the spread, and it's going to blend in because there's like a lot of cards here on the table, and basically it's just going to blend in. If you just come over here, you're going to give them the box, and you're going to drop off the card, and just try and keep it as square as possible. To keep it as square as possible, don't lift up your hand like a foot away from the deck. You want to keep it pretty close distance when you drop so that it maintains pretty squared up with the rest of the pack. But that's pretty good. It doesn't really matter how squared up it is because none of their attention will be here. Now, you're going to give them the box, and once they have the box, you're going to take the jacks just like this. And I like to do this little move where I just sort of take the bottom jack here, because now you only have 2 cards in your hand. I just like to take the bottom jack and just kind of like lift it up really fast. And it just kind of looks like the card in between them just completely dissolves in thin air. And then you can show off the jacks, and they can totally examine them. And then they're holding onto the box, so you can ask them to open up the box and spread through the queens just like so, and they'll find that their card, and this card can be a signed card as well, which makes it even stronger. Their signed card is in between the 2 queens, which was inside the box the whole time. And that is basically the trick, guys. So hopefully you guys like that intermediate/advanced card trick, and more videos coming soon. So see you guys next time. Bye.